Okay, so I did this commentary maybe 2 weeks ago, and I was talking about sort of the, you know, how can we? I think the title of the video was how can we better connect game developers and the community. Sort of speaking specifically to Call of Duty and trying to get game developers more in touch with what their hardcore fan base want. I feel like that video, and I thought it. Watched it before I actually posted it, and I thought to myself, this is a bit. It's not really how I intended it to come out. I intended it to be more sort of talk about my frustration of a lack of a clear mode of communication between us and them. A way of telling developers what we think and actually getting clear and concise feedback as to certain queries or issues we might have about the game. Like actually really being told 100% the truth. This is what's going on. And it was less about that, and I think it sort of descended more into me ranting a little bit about the community and like the said developers. So no, I'm not going to apologise, but I didn't really mean to come out like that. And I think either way, it leads me on nicely to this video, in which I sort of wanted to go away because you see so many commentaries and stuff about people talking about, oh no, the game sucks, blah blah blah. This reason that, look at this bullshit thing that happened, and hey, it is Call of Duty, I know, trust me, I know, it's fucking bullshit, it is bullshit, but there is a reason we play it after all, right? I mean, I've been playing this game pretty solidly now for the best part of 3 or 4 years. If it was all bad, I wouldn't do that, I mean, I don't know, I do sometimes think I am a bit insane for playing so much, but I don't think I'm fully insane. I do think I have some reasons to like this game. And I actually came up with a list of things I like about COD, or no, things I love about COD. Yeah, I'll go there. Things I love about COD, and I've tried to make this sort of a bit more specific to Black Ops 2. I mean, I could probably do one for each COD, but I thought do it on the current game and sort of things that people will hopefully be able to relate to. I mean, this is what I love. Okay, I mean, I'll be interested to see if anyone's got anything different, but I don't think anyone that watches this video really will have too many other opinions, because everyone that watches this video probably has a similar outlook on COD that I do. But anyway, I'm allowing myself to blab a little bit, by the way, because even though I did sort of cut the video up a little bit, it's still 12 minutes long, so got forever to talk. So I'm not in any hurry, or not going to try and avoid rambling today. It's all good. This gameplay in the background actually is my most ever kills on Black Ops 2 to date. Yeah, I mean, it was on Nuketown headquarters, so it's not exactly an achievement. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm the first person to get a lot of kills on Nuketown. But yeah, I went like 97 and 20. It's pretty extra packed. Could have been more for bloody T Gomar session joiner. Made life a little bit difficult for me, stopped me getting a few VSATs, but whatever. It's taken me 2 or 3 weeks, but I am finally over it. And yeah, I couldn't get the 100 kills, but yeah, I don't really care. Anyway, talking about the thing I love about COD. Right, so number 1, calling in a Hellstorm missile and seeing a cluster of red boxes. You've got to love it when it's pretty self-explanatory, but that feeling when you see it and you just know, like, I'm about to get a quad, and you're just so excited just to fucking boost it and get those kills. What's got number 2? Number 2, somehow surviving a really intense situation. Like, when those times when, it seems like the game's trying to kill you. People just spawning on you, and it's like suddenly you have no ammo, but then you find a way. You might pick up a gun off the ground, a well-timed C4, a panic knife, whatever, and you just do what's required, and you get a bit lucky, let's face it, and you somehow get out of the situation, and maybe you probably have a few score streaks to show for it as well. Love that feeling, man. Like when you do that, especially when it is a bit like, it's not even you getting lucky. You actually pulled off some shots, and I don't know, it's a pretty good feeling. So I think Rob actually suggested that one to me as well. So he's a guy who knows about surviving intense situations. Check out his channel for more details. Well, we've got number 3, capping an objective in the nick of time before the round ends. Yeah, just I mean, that's a sort of a small one, but when you just get on B or get on C or something, normally it's everyone's fucking left anyway, so it doesn't matter. But you get on the flag, and then just before the round ends, you're like, come on, and it just clicks, gives you the 200 points, and you start the next round maybe with a a score streak again. Love that. Number 4, sticking an oblivious camper in the dome with a Semtex and watching them running off like a scalded animal before getting blown up. I mean, couldn't really describe that much better. interesting ways to deal with campers, always fun. Number 5, this one's a bit more general, a bit more boring, I think. But the controls are very fluid. You know, you have complete control over your character, and I think this could probably, in my opinion, is one of the main reasons why I think COD is so you know, popular and successful. I mean, you can talk about the compressed skill gap and you know, all the sort of little gimmicks they put in, you know, score streaks and stuff, but you know, obviously that does make the game more popular, but I actually think it's how in control you are, you know. I mean, I play some other games, you know, very occasionally, and granted, I'm not used to the controls as I am on this game, but on this game, it honestly feels like you tell your character to look right, he'll look right. You tell your character to jump, he'll jump. It's all instantaneous. It all feels just like, because when I'm in my own body, I tell my arm to do something, it does it instantly, and it's like that on COD. I know some people think it's a bit unrealistic and they don't really like it, but I say fuck it, it's a game. And I like the fact that if I want to get prone, I can get prone. If I want to jump, I can jump instantly, and you know, I don't feel restricted by anything. I think that's a pretty cool thing they got going there, and that's probably one of my favourite things just about Call of Duty in general. There, actually, I guess. Number 6, picking up an enemy gun and vaping with it. I mean, especially, I love this with shotguns. You know, if there's been one guy, and you'll see in this game, the guy with the Remington. Unfortunately, I don't think I get a chance to get my revenge on him. But man, he kept like fucking me over. Like, you know, every time I see him, and just Remington's one of those guns where, you know, it seems to one shot at ranges for other people it would never do for you. I don't know. I'm sure everyone feels like that, and it's probably true. I don't know. Maybe it does. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, when you pick up someone else's gun and you just go on a tear, I love that stuff, man. Especially if that guy has been sort of a nemesis of yours, really satisfying. And you know, especially if it's something cheap. I love picking up cheap guns, like picking up a noob tube and just tubing, getting your 2 kills from it. It's awesome. Or if you can get more than 2 kills. Number 7, multi-sprays. I mean, again, self-explanatory. I'd say any sort of feed, any sort of... When you throw something, shoot something, do anything, shotgun guy again, and you get more than like 3 or 4 kills, maybe like 5 kills, man, you just feel like fucking Don. There's no other way to put it. It's a good feeling, you know. I don't think there's anyone that could honestly say they could kill 5 guys in 1 spray and not get a little excited, you know. No, I don't care what your experience of COD, and that's even on Modern Warfare 3. I think I'll get a quad spray or no, a quad Semtex or something in Rob's Modern Warfare 3 session, and even on that game, I was still pumped for it, man. I still, you know, and that game's a joke in my eyes, and I still loved it. So yeah, multi sprays and just multi kills in general, 4 and up, awesome. Number 8, random teammates who know what they're doing. Yeah, man, and this is again real prevalent in this game. I've like cursed with the worst teammates in the world. I mean, you know, it used to be in games where Rob and I could go in, and or not even just Rob and I mean myself and Dave, Simon, anyone, like 2 of us could go in, and if there's 2, that's generally like we're going to dictate how the lobby goes, and it's just not like that anymore for whatever reason. I mean, maybe we've got worse, maybe everyone else has got better. I don't know, but you know, it's just you feel like I feel like I'm being weighed down by teammates, and I'm starting to go on about the bad part about bad teammates. I'm talking about when you just get on, you know, you cap C at the beginning, you run, and then all your teammates are straight on B, taking the cut-off points, you know, all over it, and then just throughout the game, you know, they're not being like, you know, pushing the spawn too much. They're not being overly aggressive. They're not being dicks and making the other team be dicks. They're just good teammates who are in the right place at the right time. You know, probably save your life a few times. You've got to love it, and especially, you know, sometimes you might even add them or speak to them afterwards, and then, you know, if they're cool guys as well, it's like it's a pretty rare for that to happen, but you know, it's a cool thing nonetheless. It's something you got to love about COD. Number 10, noob lobbies. I mean, yeah. Sorry, no, it's number 9. My bad. Number 9, noob lobbies. Yeah. You know, needless to say, when no one else in the lobby, has hands, and this is good. As I said, despite what I said earlier about random teammates, when you're literally the only person in the lobby that understands what Call of Duty is, it's amazing. So your teammates aren't getting kills, they aren't getting kills, it's just you getting kills. And yeah, I'll post a game like that. I might put the link in the description, but where I'm getting like a nuclear streak, and I don't really get many nuclears, but this game literally left me no choice in this lobby. Like, it would have been shameful not to. They were so bad. So yeah, noob lobbies. Number 10, predicting a spawn and reaping the rewards. Now, this is something that's particularly sort of important with this gameplay. I mean, Nuketown is all about trying to stay on top of that spawn, like literally keeping on track of where everyone's spawning, because man, that spawn that it does in the middle of the map when your team's maybe pushed a little too hard is a killer. So you know, you really got to be on top of that. But I love it, especially on this map where I see like my team's maybe pushed a little bit too hard. I'm like, they're going to spawn on the other side now. I run over maybe a little bit early, pass up the chance to get a couple of kills, and then you know I get like 4 or 5 guys just running off spawn. Awesome. That's another thing I'd say is awesome about COD. Number 11, chaining score streaks. I mean, completely opposite. None of that exhibited in this gameplay. You can't stay alive long enough to chain score streaks. But you know, you gotta love it when your VSAT earns you your next VSAT. You know what I mean? Especially when streaks just when you can't call in your streak because you've already got too many of them up already. Like that's when you know you're doing well. Like I think I would say so. It's a good barometer of that. Number 12, turning on someone who would have killed you with better aim. Again, just a satisfying feeling when, especially, you know, you sort of get peppered in the back or something and you just turn and your shot is dead on. You just feel like so pro. You know, again, just taking advantage of probably children that aren't very good at the game, but it, you know, makes me feel good, so I love it. And what have I got? Finally, joining in to turn a game around and watch the other team rage quit when they realise they're going to lose. Again, this game, Black Ops 2, full of that. Admittedly, you know, I join in on a fair amount of games where I can't turn it around and I hate my life. But when you join in a game and it's like you and a couple of teammates, and it's at that stage where it's not like an easy comeback, but you're sort of like, it's not going to be, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a bit of a challenge, and you know, you all sort of come together, you all sort of play your part in the role. Maybe one of you, lightning strikes them off a flag or something. One of you gets your VSAT, which supports everyone else, and then you just sort of watch them one by one, or maybe just all 4 of them just leave. Is very satisfying, very satisfying, and for that reason alone is the main reason why. Like, it hasn't happened very much, but when occasionally it does happen where we're the team doing really well and for some reason someone joins in and fucks us in the second half of the round, I try not to leave, even if we lose, because, you know, I don't know, I just don't want to give them the satisfaction that I get. That's one of the rare occasions. I mean, normally I don't like dashboarding, but I'll leave if things aren't, if it's not worth me staying. I mean, if I'm just wasting my life sitting at a screen when I don't want to be, I'm not going to stay. But yeah, anyway, kind of ironic. It's got a 12-minute video and I still managed to talk for way too long. But I don't talk very much, so when I do one of these commentaries, I guess I like to be elaborate and I can't think of another word, but basically over the top is what I'm trying to think of. And yeah. So let me know if you agree with my list and if there's anything that you'd add to it, you know, what you love about COD. Because I see so many videos, people hating on it, and it's fun to hate on it. I'm not going to lie, it's fun to hate sometimes, it's fun to vent, it makes you feel a bit better. But, you know, feel a bit better when you see someone else raging at the same thing that you don't like. But at the same time, you know, let's all get a bit nice and think about what we like about it. And yeah, that's thought for the day, people.